Welcome to Queen Shares from the Heart. My name is Joanna Trelove, your Miss Woman United States, and I am here with the lovely Sweet Home Alabama Lily Nizam. And I just had a few moments to rap with her, and boy, you're in for a real treat. What a rock star and what a dream catcher. And I'm so grateful that she has agreed to share her heart and why catching those dreams are so important to her. Lily, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about all the different places you're from, and maybe start by telling us what being a dream catcher means to you.
Sure. So my name is Lily Nizam. I'm your current Mrs. Alabama United States 2021. I
Woo!
I'm
Doesn't that
actually
feel good to
originally from
say?
Boston. So I've moved several different states at this point in my life. I've lived in Boston, lived in Minnesota, lived in New York, lived in New Jersey, Arkansas, and I'm now at my final place in Alabama where I set up my my
It's excuses.
amazing business with my husband. I'm a physician assistant by training, and I work in the beauty industry. We offer different med spa services, as well as facial cosmetic surgery and oral surgery. So I do participate in surgeries as well as non-invasive services. And my platform is Dare to Be You. It is a mentorship program that I've created to help other women chase their dreams because it was a little bit difficult for me to chase my dreams with immigrant parents. My parents are from China. So, growing up in China and moving here in their 30s was a little bit difficult for them. So, I didn't really have much help, with my goals in life. So it was nothing that I've done today is
Right.
not without the help of others. So that's why I think it's so important to have mentors in your life, and that's why I have this platform, Dare to Be You.
So let's just talk about the name of your platform, which I love, by the way. Dare to be you. Now, it's kind of an irony, right? Like we're all
Yes.
supposed to be ourselves, but why is it such a dare? Like what is it? What makes it, such an invitation, a challenge? Where does that stem from?
That is a fantastic question. So I think all of us have this balance that we're trying to do, like what society wants us to be, what our parents want us to
Men,
be, what do you want to be, and
right?
it's so difficult to like find that like middle ground. And I
Mhm.
think a lot of us try to like tone down what it is that is our true authentic self.
Mhm.
For example, my parents didn't really want me to take any risks. They wanted me to be just like safe and just find a career and just kind of fly under the radar and just kind of start a family and just find a little good job and just chill
Right.
out and not try to do anything to ruffle any feathers and whatnot. But I don't think that my purpose in life is to do that. My purpose in life is to inspire others and help others do more and change the world and do everything that you are wanting to do because you only have one life to live.
So, and that's the thing. Okay, let's go back to that. How many people do you think, God bless your parents' hearts, right? For just saying like, don't make any waves, just
Yes.
go, just how did you rephrase that? Just fly under
Fly
the
under the
radar.
radar. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, how many people in life, like if you're in a room of 10 people, how many people in that room do you think are also doing that same thing?
I think most people that I meet are flying under the radar. Like
Me too.
I think there's so much potential in everyone that I meet. And I'm like, if you only saw what you
I love
can
that.
do with your life, it's like, oh my gosh, like let me help you.
Yep. Well, and that's just it. So if you could only see the way I see you, right, you
Yes,
would realize how big you are.
absolutely. And that's why I think it's so important for people to realize that they have more to offer to this world. They have gifts and they need to realize that, you can do more. It's not just, um, stay in your comfort zone and just do day by day and just, be
Yeah, of
okay with what you got. Like, I mean, of course it's okay to have what you have, but there's so
course.
much more to life.
And how do you like how have you being raised with that energy of fly under the radar, just be, how have you been able to see that, special quality within yourself, and how have you been able to see that light in yourself that gave you the energy and the influence and the intention to go be more? Where did that come from, and where has that taken you in life?
Well, I saw how my parents have lived their life, and they are definitely like flying under the radar. And I asked myself when I was in high school, trying to pick a major to go to college,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what I was going to do for the rest of my life, because I think your entire high school career is like, okay, what are you going to do when you graduate? What are you going to do? Like,
I mean, and did you know? Because I know that I was like, in high school, I was like, I just want to have fun. Like, where's the next game? And what am I going to wear today?
yeah,
What's for lunch? What's the cafe
exactly.
have? Like, yeah. So I had no idea. I think that's so
I don't
hard
think
for
a
high
lot of people do.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you
So,
get out of high school and it's like, okay, go be an adult. And you're like,
right.
yeah,
And I'm like, wait a second, like, what, why am I here on this earth? Like, what am I set out to do? What was my purpose in life? And that was what my question was. And I was like, thinking about all the things. And like, up to that point, my parents were like, you don't disobey your parents, like your parents, they say something, you're supposed to do it, right?
hmm,
So I was trying to figure out my boundaries and like trying to figure out who I was as a person, what my goals were, what my career path was going to be, and just I just had so many questions. I'm the eldest of four children that they had, and
wow,
yeah, so they didn't go to college, and so I didn't really have like anybody to talk to about that. So I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, my purpose in life, I think, is to help other people when they most need it. So I decided to
yeah,
go into medicine, and it was such a thing that they did not want me to do. They just wanted me to get
wow,
like a bachelor's degree and not risk any more money, loans into doing further education. So it was quite a struggle to get them on board as well for that.
yeah. Okay, so here you are. Did you go right into college right from high school?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did you know your path right away, or did it take you a while to figure out you wanted to go into the medical field?
I specifically wanted to go into surgery,
Okay.
but I didn't know how to become a doctor.
Okay. Okay.
I
And
didn't
so what
realize
is your career path now?
I'm a physician assistant
Okay.
with a surgical specialty.
Wow.
So my mom was a seamstress, so she
Okay.
sewed all the time. So naturally, I wanted to do something that involved like working with my hands. So
Mm-hmm.
I chose surgery because it was very
Wow.
similar.
Yeah,
Yes.
literally. Great, great, great. And what is your specialty?
So our practice offers oral maxillofacial surgery, facial cosmetic surgery. So those were the two things that I've focused on with our practice here that we opened
And
in
how do you
Alabama.
and how do you find that that field helps people kind of discover themselves and step into their own personal power?
So that is something more
I'd
so the
imagine
facial
you see a
cosmetic
lot.
surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I meet women every single day that,
Hmm.
and men as well, that have some kind of out exterior that didn't match what they're feeling inside. And
Okay.
it is such a um, honor to be able to help them discover their true selves that will reflect on the outside. So that's how I feel that every single day I'm able to change someone's lives because they can come in here and confide their like deepest insecurities to
Yeah.
me, and I'm able to carry those insecurities out and help solve those issues for them. So I'm
Yeah.
very blessed to be able to do what I do on a daily basis.
Absolutely. Well, and there's so many things that we can do in beauty to enhance our beauty, right?
Yes.
What are the current things that you're seeing that are really really making people feel great and look great cosmetically? And what do you got going on? What are the latest and the greatest?
So first thing is of course skincare. I want
Mhm.
to make sure that everyone's on a good skincare regimen, wearing sunscreen, preventing skin cancer, sun damage, drinking lots of water, getting proper amount of sleep, because it's not just what you're putting on your face, it's also a whole thing that is also going internal as well,
Mhm.
like decreasing stress, me and you bonded over essential oil, so like this
Yes.
whole wellness thing from the inside, as well as the outside. So everything needs to kind of be like a whole lifestyle.
So you're not just a physician's assistant, but you have a more of a homeopathic kind of, um, draw from what I'm hearing you just share. Yeah?
Yes. That's just me as a person. I don't offer like anything else except for like medical spa services here, but that's just me
Awesome.
as a person that I
Yeah.
definitely believe in like exercising, eating healthy, drinking water, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, and I'll tell you what, I think my greatest, like, people always ask me, what my important, favorite product is that I use for my skin. And
Yeah.
I would say water.
Yeah, exactly. Keep
Right?
hydrated.
And I'm just like, whenever I have an event or anything going on, I pound it because it's the only way to keep almost my face not looking stressed or tired. I
Absolutely.
like flood it with fluid, and sometimes I'll
Mhm.
spray it down. But I'm a big fan of water. Yeah, for sure. And when I'm not drinking enough water, the first place I see it is like in the crepes, in the
Yes.
spaces, that you're naturally gonna show your emotion. But boy, when you're dry, you're dry.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
absolutely. So now how do you parlay what it is that you do? No, I mean, you've shared that you've lived in 5 different places. So before I even ask that bigger question, tell me about that. How did you leapfrog from all those locations in your life, and what has that in itself done for you as a person?
Well, it really helped me like find myself without the distractions from, how sometimes your family just tells you like things and
Oh,
it
yeah.
feeds into your mindset, and you're like, okay, because they've seen you from like when you're a child, and they still see you as a child, and then they just kind of like talk to you like as if you don't know anything. So like every time I've moved, I've given that myself the opportunity to kind of find myself again.
Yeah.
You can have a whole new set of group of friends, you can have new hobbies, you can pick a new job, pick a new place to live, and you just kind of like recreate yourself. So every
Mhm.
single time I've moved, I find that I'm more selective in my friends or who I let into my circle, and I think that every single time I move, I am better. Like I get to get rid of any like I wouldn't want to say baggage, but like baggage, and just be like a whole new person, recreate myself, and
Mhm.
focus on the things that I want to have in my life. Focus on all the great things that I'm able to bring to this world. I was just actually texting with my sister, and she was texting me pictures of donuts. And I'm like, see, I would never be able to do a pageant if you were around, because I would just be out like eating donuts.
Absolutely. Well, donuts are definitely my favorite thing, so I'm not sure that we could hang out during pageant prep either.
Like this wouldn't work out.
Didn't work out. So, what was the catalyst that had you, launching from one state to the next during those
Okay,
years?
so the first move from Boston to Minnesota, I could not turn down the most amazing job opportunity to work for one of the greatest hospitals in this world, Mayo Clinic. And
Wow.
then I moved to New York City because I was getting a little bored in Minnesota. So I moved to New York City because it was closer to my family. It was just 3 hours away from Boston.
Mhm.
And then in New York, I met my wonderful husband. And he was doing his residency in New Jersey, which is a state right across the river. And I ended up moving in with him. So that's how I ended up in New Jersey. And then he had a fellowship for facial cosmetic surgery in Little Rock. So we up and left to Little Rock, and then we got married in Montgomery, and we set up a business here because his dad lives in Alabama. So we have made this a forever home, and we opened up our business 3 years ago, and we've been working together. I'm so blessed to be able to work with my husband and see him every single day.
Yeah, and that's gotta be great to have that partnership.
Yes, we're
Oftentimes we talk about relationships and
Yes.
how, what we're looking for in relationships. And as I've gotten older, I really realize that the word that I'm looking for, to describe what it is I want, is a partnership. Someone that you can really create life with and
Yes.
grow and build an empire with.
We're
And that's
definitely doing
different than
that.
a relationship, right? Exactly, exactly. So it sounds like you have a great partnership with your husband. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, I'm not going to say it's not challenging at the same time, but
No, of
I'm
course.
just
What I
so
mean,
blessed to be, be able to do this with him, you know.
absolutely, absolutely. And tell me about your practice. What kind of practice do you have, and what does it embody?
So my husband is a oral and maxillofacial surgeon and facial cosmetic surgeon. So I help him with the consultations, with the surgery process, and then as he's doing surgery, I also run the medical spa that we have. We have two estheticians up here, so we have myself as a provider, two of them, and then we are just having another surgeon on board in January. So we're growing massively. I'm so excited to see what else we could do.
Yeah,
So we're just busy running around, changing everyone's lives, making them feel wonderful.
absolutely. And it's so important. That's what we want to do for ourselves, is do things that make ourselves feel great. So to have a
I feel
practice.
so good when I help, like when people look in the mirror, they're like, oh my God.
What is your favorite service to share and offer? And give me an example of one of your favorite clients that had just such a transformation.
So a lot of what I do, it focuses on eyebrows.
Okay.
And you
Yes.
would be surprised at how much of a difference eyebrows make
Oh,
on
girl,
someone's
I know it.
face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So eyebrows are the window to someone's soul. And I actually just gave a presentation at a national conference about this, how important eyebrows are on someone's face and how important it is to incorporate the eyebrows into the facial planning process when someone comes and sees you. So a lot of our facial cosmetic surgeries afterwards, for women that age, a lot of them start losing their eyebrows as well. So I go ahead and also incorporate that into their planning process as well. So I can't pick a favorite patient, but a lot of our patients are so excited because I'm able to put that like final touch on their face, and it's just like a simple pair of eyebrows, but it saves them so much time in the morning, and they wake up, they don't have to worry about it. And in Alabama, we go to the lake a lot and the beach. They can jump in the water. They don't have to worry about that. It's really hot
Right.
here. They don't have to worry about that sweating off.
Right. Yeah. 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 No, I get
Yeah,
my eyebrows done, and I can't tell you. Well, for me, and I felt like when I did, it's micro needling, right?
microblading. Yes, and
Microblading.
mine are
That's it.
tattooed, so they're just
Oh,
on
so
there.
yours are totally
Yeah.
on forever. I haven't gone
Yeah.
that far, but I did do the blading, and boy, it hurts. Ouch. But
Oh no.
it was worth it in the sense that I never have to touch up my eyebrows, and
Yes,
like you said, it really frames your face.
it really
And then
does.
I found that in this last year in doing it, my hair grew back thicker,
Yeah, because you're
and
not
so
like plucking it
yeah, I
and
have
making
fuller
it. Yeah.
eyebrows more than ever, truly. So I think it's awesome. And it's one less step you have to do in the morning or
It's
whenever you're.
crazy, like how
Mhm.
much it changes like your routine. You like literally don't have to worry about it. You just wake up and go.
Yeah, and I was just talking with another queen, and another queen share, and one of her tips was to always do something, just a little special for yourself before you walk out the door. Whether it's fill your eyebrows in, or put a little lip gloss on, or just
Yes.
just something that feels good for you. And what I love about having my eyebrows done is it feels good.
Yes.
I feel confident. I can just run out the door and not worry about, it's that one little extra ad that makes me feel put together.
Absolutely.
So it's a nice touch. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
I'm very
now,
passionate about eyebrows.
yeah, well, good, 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 good. I love what you said. They're the windows. The eyebrows are the window to someone's soul. That's very cute. I love that. So now, speaking of souls, in this Dare to Be You platform, I know that you tend to really like and love and feel inspired to, really encourage someone in seeking their own personal development and their own goals and, having dreams that aren't just something that they're, daydreaming about, but actually
Right.
dreams that become reality, right?
Yes.
So tell me about that. Tell me how you share this experience with someone else and how you help someone step into their place of empowerment and reach their goals and make their dreams become reality.
So I don't know if I've mentioned this. I am the eldest of four kids. So because my
Awesome.
parents weren't
I'm a
able to
mom of four, so I know what that means.
my parents weren't able to like really help us much with the education system in America since they grew up in China.
Hmm.
So it was pretty much up to me. So I had to figure everything out and then help them along the way. So like applying for college, applying for FAFSA, making sure the bills are paid, making sure my
Wow.
siblings' school bills were paid and tuition, everything was covered. I helped my siblings along the way. And then after finishing helping them select their career paths and make sure that they, felt like follow through the entire process, I ended up helping other people along the way as well, whoever that I met along the way. So before I had this mentorship program, I was just, helping people along the way without like an actual program. And
Hmm.
I found that to be extremely fulfilling just because I knew how difficult it was to not have mentors and not have people you can ask questions.
Yeah.
Sometimes the guidance counselors are not really well versed in the specific field that you're going to, and
Hmm.
or different challenges you may go through, especially being from an immigrant family.
Right.
Um, like for example, my little sister, I shared with you guys how my parents didn't really want me to go to grad school. Well, when she wanted to go to grad school, they were not very supportive of her as well. So she was thinking about dropping out,
Yeah.
and to see her as a amazing physician assistant herself
Oh,
today, I
you
knew for a
gave her
fact
that
that yeah,
inspiration. Yes.
I knew for a fact that it would have been such a loss to this world if she had not followed her dreams. So
What a
those are the
gift
type of
you are.
situations I'm talking about. Like
Oh, that gives me the
I
chills. You're
know
an
it's
angel.
just crazy to think that like she was actually not going to follow through,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, and even nowadays when I have employees in my practice, I also encourage them if there's something more that they wanted to do. I'm supportive of that. If they wanted to go to school, I have an assistant that joined me as a dental assistant, but now she's wanting to go to school to finish her bachelor's to become a teacher. So I'm
Oh,
supportive of that. I helped her with her schedule, encourage her along the way, and make sure that she had all the support that she needs to accomplish those dreams. So
yeah,
wherever it
that's
is that I meet you in
wonderful.
life,
Talk about girl
yeah,
empowerment, and because it can be scary, college is a big commitment.
absolutely.
And,
It
I'm a student as well, and every semester I'm like, "Ooh, what classes now? And are these the right ones that are, continuing to forge my goals and my dreams? And, how am I going to manage, work and school? So it's really nice to have that
yeah,
fellowship, that support, and like you shared, that mentorship with someone that
yes,
you can really look to for that perception check and make sure that you're, sometimes getting that reassurance that you're, on the right path, and feeling supported by not only the universe but other great souls like yourself.
yes, absolutely. And that's exactly what I'm here to do.
Fantastic. So what is the latest project that you've developed for your platform?
So my latest project that I just did this past weekend was a dream catcher, do it yourself, kind of like a little tiny event. I was trying to make it bigger, but with COVID and all, I wanted to make sure that everyone felt safe when they were here.
Sure, sure.
So we had about 10 people here, and we made dream
Awesome.
catchers, and we were able to talk about our immediate goals as well as some of our future goals, and incorporate that in ways of charms added to the dream catchers. And then I shared with
Tell
them
us what
some
a
of
dream
the.
catcher is for those that don't know what that is. I
So a
have one
dream catcher is a
right there.
right there, yeah. Like a circular thing with feathers that fields out, catches like good dreams and then filters out your bad dreams as
Hmm.
you're having them. So I thought that was appropriate to kind of like have
I think it's
as a
awesome.
symbol, yeah, as a symbol of what we're doing, discussing our dreams and goals. And then I also gave them some worksheets to take home with them so they could think about, spiritual goals or community goals, career goals, and kind of write them all out so that they can step by step figure out like what things they need to do to accomplish those goals.
So you had said that you were asking him questions on the worksheet about spiritual goals. What else?
Hmm. Spiritual
Career,
goals, community goals, professional goals, personal goals.
writing all this stuff down for those that are professional and then personal. So I'm wondering, can you maybe share those worksheets with us queens?
Oh,
And
absolutely. I would love.
and
They're
maybe
so
tag me
cute.
in this and I can share them as well. I
They have
know that
little
when we
crowns
had
on them.
exactly. And I think that we could all benefit from these worksheets and helping us reach our personal, best,
Yes,
especially in the next couple weeks in the journey to the crown. But then they're beyond, because once we, you know, um, reach that peak, right? We have peaks
yes,
and valleys in our life. And once we reach that peak, which is that big day at nationals, we're then going to kind of slowly fall into a valley and then rise up into another peak. And I think having those worksheets will really help us, kind of recalibrate and find where our dreams and goals are from that moment on. And I think that can really be a catalyst for all of us to make sure that we're continually, reaching our very best. So if you could share those with us maybe after this Zoom and
yes.
just maybe post them, either send them to me personally or post them on your social medias and then tag me in it, I'll be sure to share that wealth of love and
I
we'll
would love
spread
to.
that out. Okay, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. So,
And a little tip that I have for the girls that were here, I
yeah, tell us
laminated a couple of them so that you could. So one of them is a calendar. You just kind of like wipe off as you're done, and you can like reuse it, so you don't have to print out multiple pieces of paper. And that's just a little
awesome.
tip that I have for them.
Yeah, that would be great. Like just things like that. That would be really, really awesome. Yeah. So now are you working with a group of girls together? Do you work with the youth or anything, or is this mostly with adult women?
So I work individually with different women, and I don't just work with younger women. I also offer the mentorship to anyone who is also interested in like maybe starting a small business. So I didn't want to limit myself just because,
That's wonderful. I might be
yeah,
checking in with you real soon.
yeah.
Let me
So I have, because we opened a business, I have about 20 plus employees right now
wow.
that I manage on a daily basis. So I offer, mentorship in also that area as well, because it was also very scary starting a business as well.
I bet. I mean, where did you learn all of this? Are you just a self-taught creation of God? Did you have a mentor yourself? Like what was helping you start your ignition to do all of these big big things in your life?
I did find people that were helpful along the way.
Mhm.
Like before I started my business with my husband, I spent a lot of time with other women who also were in the same field as I was, and they were so helpful in letting me come and spend time with them. Let me ask any questions. They were able to share their numbers with me and tell me some of the stories that they had, trials and tribulations that they went through. And that was immensely helpful. Like these are lessons you can't really learn in school. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So
So
that's
I
why
thought it was like, oh
it's
my
so
god, I
important.
can't believe, yeah, like that people are so kind to just share their experience, and that's exactly what I want to do too.
Yeah.
So that the next person doesn't have to go through so much heartache, and just kind
Yeah.
of fast track it. So
Right. And
yeah,
I call that the butterfly effect. When we
yes,
learn something, when we grow through something, when we heal through something, when we rise from something,
mhm,
having the ability to then reach out as we're uplifting and grab onto as many people that are open and
yeah,
in receiving mode and take them along with for that flight, teaching them everything that we have. It's a beautiful process, and it really It makes such a difference in life. We call people like you difference makers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah.
sweet.
So what other projects are you into now? I know that you had made mention that you were working with a youth group.
Oh,
Tell
yes.
me a little bit about that.
I'm doing so much, I like sometimes forget what I'm doing.
I
Okay,
love
so
it. Well, I wanna pull it all out of you. I wanna hear it all. I want everyone to know how
so
special you are.
in my free time,
Yeah,
I am
adjust
part of
that
the
crown,
junior
girl.
league.
Adjust that crown.
Like
Straighten it
really,
out.
I'm part of the junior league in Montgomery, where I'm part of this amazing group of women who is wanting to change the community, and I'm the chair of the Brentwood Children's Home, which is a children's home for kids that are from the age of 10 to 16 and 16 to 18. So I
Okay.
work with the kids there, and we just had a back to school shopping trip and a back to school party. We had a meet and greet. It was
Oh,
so much fun.
fun.
Yeah, and like we got to create connections to all these kids and figure out what their dreams and goals were, and it was just amazing because I'm chairing this amazing group of women who are from every different aspects of life and different career paths. So we're able to like kind of offer different advice to them,
These
to the
are your
kids.
ingredients.
It was so good to see them like their eyes light up and like just like talk about their future and like give them hope and inspire them and figure out like what what field they're going to go into and like what path they're going to take. And then we'll also have a bunch of little events coming up as well, like a pumpkin carving and cookie baking events. And it's just an opportunity for us to kind of like get to know them a little better, and kind of work with them a little bit closer.
Yeah, and how often are you working with this group?
I started this chairing position I think back in June.
Wow.
So this is a year, no, maybe May. It's a year commitment, and then I really want to work with them again. So maybe they'll let me chair again. But it's
Yeah.
been going really well so far. Last
And
year we
how
worked with the service dogs, so and I love
oh, yeah.
animals.
Well, and that was another thing we were talking about. I hear you're a fur baby mommy.
Yes, I absolutely adore my Chihuahua. She's just so full of love, and I just love love.
Exactly, exactly. What's her name? Or his?
Lola, Lola,
Lola?
yes.
How sweet. Very good. So what is in store for you, Miss Lily, for what you're becoming? What are your dreams that you're trying to catch and step into and create more and more of?
So I really, really, really want to sign up for this job called Mrs. United States.
Yes.
I want to be able to inspire more women to go ahead and step out of their comfort zone and just chase their dreams and find their purpose. But I guess if nothing else, I will continue to do that as Mrs. Alabama. I wanted to become a black belt, and I achieved that a month ago. So that
What?
has been a huge goal of mine for the past 5 years.
Stop.
Um,
Tell me more. A black belt. Tell me
yes.
more. I love how she just slipped that under the radar. Well,
I don't like wait.
I
There's so much
really
I
like
do.
to
I just
be
can't
Miss
remember.
United States. And oh, yeah, I just got my black belt. And I'm working with children to inspire women from all over the world. And that's it. Like, drop the mic.
Okay, so becoming a black belt was so important to me because I always felt so defenseless, as a woman. And I'm sure a lot of women can relate to me when I say this, just walking down the street and people like just saying things to you and you're like,
Yeah.
Um, I, well, I've been abused as a child as well. So
Mm,
just this is so important to me to be able to feel like I can defend myself, and if I walk down the street, that I'm confident and know that I can protect myself.
bless your
So I definitely encourage anybody who is feeling this way to take up martial arts. Not only is it a great way to challenge yourself, you also get to exercise. And martial arts is a great way to keep yourself accountable because you can't just not show up, because you will not advance to the next level. And it teaches you to be, just keep yourself on. on track and make sure that you're doing reaching for your next goal. And I think that's so important, because a lot of like other fitnesses, you just kind of like, if you don't do it, like nobody's gonna like know. So like grab a friend and just sign up.
Where do you take defenseless? Where do you take martial arts?
I actually started when I was in New Jersey, and then I'm in Montgomery doing it still. So it's a Taekwondo class that I take. Before pageant prep, I was doing it about 3 days a week. Now I'm trying to remain bruiseless. Um, so I'm
You're
just
trying to remain what?
bruiseless, like no bruises.
Oh,
Because I gotta like look good
because
for
you're
the
trying to be
stage.
the queen now, right? Not the badass. I love that.
Yeah. So I'm taking a little break right now, for the next like 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Okay.
3 weeks to nationals, and I'm picking it back up again.
Fantastic. And going into the next couple weeks towards nationals and being the mentor that you are for so many, and being the woman that you have been in all these years that has brought you to this place today, what is or how are you coaching yourself mentally and physically and emotionally, going into this next round of dream catching for you?
That is so deep for me. So sometimes I get overwhelmed with all the different things that I'm doing. And then I sit down and I'm just like, okay, Lily, you got this. Like, look how much you've already accomplished with your life. Look how much challenges you have already overcome. And when I say that to myself, I'm like, okay, I got this. Like, there's nothing that I cannot do if I don't put my mind to
Mhm.
it.
And do you have any rituals or any sort of routines that you are, like, are you doing anything special for your nutrition or any special mindful practices, or, that are helping you really stay in that place of alignment that maybe you could share with us? Your
Yes. Oh,
secrets?
yes. Okay. So I love essential oils. Okay. And
Yay.
then I love green tea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we also, of course, need to drink a ton of water. So here we are with this.
Oh my, okay. So let's back up really quick. So what are your favorite essential oils?
Okay. So with doTERRA, I'm just not sponsored. Okay.
I feel you.
They have a yoga line, and it has 3 scents. And my favorite one is the Anchor one. It just grounds me. It calms me when I get like that slight like tinge of like sense of overwhelming, or feel like things are kind of slipping through my fingers. I put this on, and it just feels like I got this.
Yeah, yeah, it just totally. And where do you place the essential oil? I know that people are so
Here,
particular. Uh-huh.
here.
Yeah.
What are your favorite ones? I know you love oils.
Yeah, they are, in fact, I have become more and more integrated with them, that I don't ever use any pain medication at all. Like if I have a headache,
Amazing.
I will use peppermint and I'll put it on the back of my neck and my temples.
Wow.
Same thing with anxiety. Like, for instance, I've been doing a lot of flying in the last couple of weekends. So
Oh my gosh.
uh, I'm not a mask wearer.
Yeah.
But when I'm flying on a plane, obviously you have to. And
Yeah.
so I will put a little bit of the peppermint right in my mask and
I'm
just
gonna try that.
breathe that in. And I
Yeah.
swear to God, it helps me like not feel anxiety about having anything on my
Hmm.
face. And then lately, I have this little jasmine that has just, I always say when I put it on, it's making my heart feel sweet. It
Oh
just,
my gosh.
kind of takes out, whatever the frustration is, with all the things bubbling in our world today that I'm just,
Oh my gosh. Yes,
so it helps me feel
aromatherapy is
like
like
a sweetheart.
huge.
Maybe it's all in the head, but it's working.
No, I truly believe that there's something that is said for scent, because like my
Yeah.
building here, we have a special scent that is pumped through the air.
Oh, no kidding.
Uh,
That's
so
awesome.
it smells like so like
How do you get that? Like you just put it in
uh
your ear vents?
it's a system that goes into air vents, and it pumps through the the
Wow,
AC
I love
there.
that. Yeah, it's like when
Yeah.
you go to Vegas and you smell the
Yes, just like
that's
those
right, right,
hotels.
right. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
inspired me actually.
Good, good, good,
Yeah,
good.
so it's like a white tea scent, and it's just so calming when you come in here.
Well, and speaking of tea, you had made mention that green tea is something that, is part of your secret weapon kit.
Yes.
So, what kind of green tea and why, and when do you use it, for your,
So this is a matcha green tea, and this is
okay.
from Peak, and it has very low levels of mold. As you know, like tea is dried, and sometimes it has like all these other like funny ingredients like bugs and twigs and whatnot.
No, I don't think I realized that part.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Bugs,
a
mold,
lot of little stuff. Like I
what?
mean, like because you're picking the tea
We need to
leaves.
talk here.
We can say this off camera if you need to, but matcha green tea is a great antioxidant, great for your skin. So I do like 4 scoops of this and then mix it and drink that instead of just drinking like your regular old green tea that maybe have been over processed and doesn't have much benefits to them. This is what I definitely recommend. I think it's definitely worth the investment. It's not anything I take lightly for
Yeah.
sure. And I
Yeah,
don't drink
okay, and
alcohol
so do you
anymore.
drink it,
So
like, in the morning instead of coffee or just all throughout the day, or is there a certain time that you will have it or
I
reason?
typically drink it in the morning.
Okay.
Sometimes I
S
still need coffee, so I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay, so you had said essential oils, green
Yes.
tea, and then what else?
Okay, so I have a journal.
Okay.
Um, I forget what you call it, but you write down like your moods for the. Here's my baby. My
Hi.
your intentions for the day, and then at night you finish it off and you check off like your moods and how you felt and what you're thankful for. What is it called?
A gratitude
Yes,
journal?
I was blanking. My gratitude journal, I love it. I write in it, and sometimes I write in the little corner some of the things that I need to focus on, and that gets me through because I can like kind of brain dump and just put all the stuff that maybe clogging my brain and just put it all in the journal. That way, I can go to sleep with a clear head. I don't take any like melatonin or anything to go to sleep. I just fall asleep, wake up the next day, and then just figure everything else out and write again on the next day what my intentions are and what I set out to accomplish the following day.
That's a good, good, good tip. I love that. And then you had showed me a big, huge jug of
Water. I'm
okay,
actually
what is going
a
on here?
little bit behind, so I'm like at 7 o'clock. What time is it? Okay, I'm still on track. After I get off with you, I'll finish.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you need to take a picture of that jug and tell everyone where they get that. That's awesome.
Okay. If
That's really cool.
Amazon find, I will definitely share because I love Amazon.
Okay, and how many ounces of water is that?
This is 100, 120, 120.
And you drink all of that water.
Yes. I read somewhere you're supposed to drink 1 ounce to 1 pound of your body weight,
Mhm. Yep.
something like that.
Yeah, you got it. And that's the best way to flush. And it's also a great way to invigorate your organs and get them
Yes.
working. And as we know, when our skin is flushed, we have bright, shiny skin that feels and looks vibrant and juicy.
Yes.
And it also is really good for brain focus,
And
right?
it's free.
And it's free.
It's free.
Yes, free,
Oh, and
free,
then
free.
8 hours of sleep. That's also very
Oh,
important.
okay. So sleep. So how
Yes.
many hours?
8 hours.
8 hours. Is that always?
I try my best. Some days I have to wake up earlier for surgery.
Yeah,
Those days I have to wake up at 5, and like it's really hard for me to go to sleep at 9. But I keep it so that like I'm not doing too much that night before, so I can
right.
kind of like chill out and just kind of like mellow out beforehand and
Mhm.
go to bed. Um, but your iPhone, I don't know if anyone knows this, you can set like your alarm clock with the 8 hour little like tab, and it sets the time that you're supposed to go to sleep, and then the time you're supposed to kind of chill out and start winding down for bedtime.
So where is that 8 hour?
Let's see. So you don't have to
Okay.
figure out like you don't have to count back, but it looks like this.
Oh, look at that little
Yeah,
screen. Who knew? That's a good tip.
on your phone. So
Yeah,
helpful.
good
Like,
job. I
and
love that.
so if I
Who
have surgery,
knew?
I'll just like,
This is why girls get together and chat because we always find out great tips, right?
yeah. And
Yeah,
you just go
that's good.
back to like 5 o'clock if I need to wake up at 5, and it tells you what time you're
Oh,
supposed to go to sleep. And you don't have to think
look
about
at that. That's good stuff right there. Good, 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 good. Fantastic. Well, if you could leave your thumbprint, as we all know we do, I always, it's kind of morbid to think of, on a crime scene investigation, there's fingerprints all over, right?
it.
But in the crime scene of life, where we leave the evidence of our life and our being behind, and you obviously being as amazing as you are, have this incredible opportunity to leave thumbprints all over the people in your life and in the spaces and places you've traveled. What would that thumbprint read? What would the people in your life say that you left behind and that you are remembered for the most? What is the evidence of your being in life?
I think they would say that the evidence of me would be being courageous to go ahead and just do whatever it is that I set out to do, whether it be, go ahead and pursuing grad school, even though my parents said that it's not going to be beneficial, or
Mhm.
go ahead and moving to another state for a really great career opportunity, or moving to another state yet again and furthering my career path, or taking a leap and moving to another state yet again and opening a business. So I think courage is definitely the thumbprint that I'm going to be leaving behind, and then also encouraging others to do the same thing.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I would love to allow that to be a moment in which we can bless. And if you would take the lead to leave us all with just a blessing, a way in which you can shine your light on all of us with a beautiful message from your heart, that takes us into a rapture of wellness and peace. Would you go ahead and do that for us?
I would love to, Joanna.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Lead
I
the way.
want to be, I want to bless all the women of this world to go ahead and chase their dreams, whether it be small or big. You have so much purpose in this life, and I want to make sure that you know that and you're aware that you are so much more than what other people tell you that you are. You have to believe it in your heart, and you only have one life to live. So go ahead and chase those dreams and be everything that you can.
Mm. Thank you for that. I know personally today, as a woman that is standing in one space with one foot up, ready to step up. I really needed that encouragement, and
Absolutely.
oftentimes we don't realize how important it is to just say those things to each other because it can really make a difference on the launch or the setback. And
Yes.
so I thank you for that light. And with that being said, I would ask that each and every person that is listening today, just reach their hand out to someone and shine their light to someone. And know that as you are reaching out and you are shining out and you are radiating that love and that commitment to show up for someone else and to, as Lily would say, dare them to be themselves and to be powerful and amazing, you then receive that back tenfold. So, Lily,
Absolutely.
I just want to say thank you so much. This was an awesome girl chat and a beautiful queen share. I wish you the very best in your journey to the crown, and always know that I'm here for you every step of the way. And I'm looking forward to you sharing some of those worksheets to us and where to get that awesome water bottle. And just knowing that in our sisterhood, we share our brilliance because it is what makes each and every one of us a little bit better from all of our love that we spread to each and every one. So, thank you so much for joining me today in our Queen Shares from the Heart. I wish everyone today a beautiful and blessed day. And I know that Lily stands with me when we say to dare to be you.
Yes.
All right, everyone, have a beautiful day. Mwah. Until next time, I'm Joanna Traylove, your Miss Woman United States, and
Lily Nizam, your Mrs. Alabama, United States.
Peace.